Welcome back, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for joining us today on our channel. If you're new and this is the first time you've seen our channel, we would like for you to hit the like, subscribe, and the notification bell. My name is Christina Herndon. I'm the proud owner of the McClellan Island Goats, and you guys are joining me here right in the center of downtown Chattanooga on McClellan Island. McClellan Island is owned by the Chattanooga Audubon Society. I will be bringing in someone to share a little bit more about the Chattanooga Audubon Society momentarily. So if you guys will stay tuned for that, that would be great. We want to share our passion for the island and what we're here doing. But my main priority over here on the island is to care for our lovely goats and their lovely guardian, Bayo. Bayo Wolf is a Great Pyrenees. Great Pyrenees are large, fluffy guardian dogs. Their job is, they're a working dog, they're a working breed. His job is primarily to take care, oversee, and make sure that no predators come in, may it be human or animals, come in and harm these goats. So we ask that everyone please do not feed, try to pet, touch, or love on these animals inside here. As you see behind me, we have an orange barrier. That barrier is to protect the folks from getting up against the fence. That is an electrified fence. It will shock you. And you can also see that we have our lovely enclosure for all of the goats and Bayo to go in and out as they wish. The goats are here eating all the invasive plants. As I said, I have someone here from the Chattanooga Audubon Society who I will be getting on momentarily to share with us the different types of plants and what they're doing here and what they're eating as far as their need for my lovely animals. We are a joint venture and we are partners together in this whole ordeal, and we're trying our best to manage the excessive growth here at McClellan Island. We want folks to encourage folks to come out and volunteer and help, but there's a process to that. So if you guys are wanting to come and help and become a volunteer, we would love for you to do so, but you need to contact Chattanooga Audubon Society and get on that volunteer list, go through the training, especially if you want to be within the goats and taking care of them and their management. Goats are fed daily by one of my staff members, Audubon Society staff member, or a volunteer. So that's the main reason why we ask that you guys do not feed, love, or try to pet on any of the livestock here. So please know that they are well cared for. There's food on the island. If you're an authorized personnel, you know where to find that stuff, and you know how to do it, and you know where to get it from, and you know the proper protocols and procedures, and things have been taken care of in order for you to be that. The reason we do not leave excessive amount of food on the island is, number one, we had issues with it last year. Number two, fly control is an issue. Number three, if you leave a lot of dog food out, the goats will get a hold of it. It can cause bloat, and it can cause a whole lot of other issues with the goats medically, and it could possibly cause death. So we ask that you do not try to pour any food or give any food to the dog. The dog is well cared for, is fed daily. He has a proportion amount that he gets a day, and we see to it that he gets it. So we thank you guys. If you guys have any concerns about the animals, we ask that you call the office, leave a message. We'll be glad to address any of your concerns. But Bayo, you know, in the wintertime, Great Pyrenees have a huge coat. They look ginormous. Well, in the summer, they lose that coat, so it makes them look a little slimmer. Bayo is in perfect condition. He is great. He will be going back to the vet for his annual visit come this fall. So everything's good with him. He's fine, healthy, and he's very well taken care of, and he has plenty to eat, I assure you. I'm gonna go hunt my friend with the Audubon Society who's here with me, and I'm gonna introduce you guys to him. Stick around, see you in a few. Hey guys, I'm back, and I have my good friend Jim Stewart with me from the Chattanooga Audubon Society, and he's here today to let you know a little bit more about McClellan Island and answer those questions that you have about the island and why it's so special to us. Jim?
Thank you, Christina, our goat lady. I'm very happy to be here today on McClellan Island. This beautiful oasis in the middle of downtown Chattanooga was a gift from Robert McClellan to the Audubon Society in 1954. And since that time, the Audubon Society's kept that as a nature sanctuary, which means that it's full of natural things here, including invasive plants. And that's why we have Christina and her goats here. They've been chowing down on invasive plants. Last summer, we brought them back a couple weeks ago, and they're hard at work again right now. The island requires a lot of maintenance. It's in a very humid area. It's warm. It's on the river. Everything grows here. All the invasive plants just love it here. So it's a constant effort to keep those invasive plants out of here. And we're just thrilled to have the goats back again. Thank you, Christina, for bringing them.
We're glad to be here.
Yeah. And I think Christina is the expert in telling you all about how the goats are cared for. We trust what she does. She does a fantastic job keeping them healthy and keeping Bayo, our guard dog, healthy. And we've got a great partnership here.
Yes, most definitely. Jim, what are some of the invasive plants that we have over here? I've had some people ask me, what are we trying to get rid of?
You're asking me a good question. We've even had arborists and foresters here who struggle to identify some of the plants here. So one of the worst is, of course, the privet,
Okay.
which is all over Audubon Acres. And privet stays green 12 months a year. It's constantly growing. We've got all kinds of English ivy, which the goats can eat somewhat.
Some, not
But
much.
sometimes their bellies get a little upset with too much of it, so we have to put a little herbicide down. And then there's all kinds of other stuff. I don't even know the names of some of these things, Christina.
What actually enticed you guys to get the goats over here? What made you guys want us to be here?
Well, we had a land management plan put together, and one of the key things was to have prescribed fire. And that worked very well at Audubon Acres, which is a 130-acre woodland. We tried it on McClellan Island, and nothing would burn. We had perfect weather conditions, but the English ivy is so resistant to fire that we just couldn't get any fire going, as well as some of the other invasive. So a number of people recommended we try goats. We contacted Christina, and I think within 48 hours we had a small herd of goats ready. So it's been a great, the goats are just so much fun. They're so goofy, but they do such a great job eating all this invasive stuff.
Yes, most definitely. And we enjoy the boat trip. Now, what are we looking to do futuristically as far as letting folks come over to the island? I know it's been closed all last year, and what is the Audubon Society's plan for the island?
Yeah, so what we did last year because we're trying to be very careful with the goats, we did close the island last summer. We had signs up that the island was closed due to maintenance. We have determined, based on how people have treated the animals at Audubon Acres, that we can have people back on the island. But we do need people to be respectful of the animals, and particularly do not try to feed them. They have natural forage here, which is more than sufficient for their diet. They could live out here indefinitely eating the invasive plants. So please, if you come to the island, don't feed the animals. Don't try to jump over the fence. Don't try to touch them. We've got an electric fence plus a orange construction fence around them. So please be respectful of the animals. If, however, you want to learn more about the animals and learn how to take care of them, we can put you through a training program, which Christina will lead, teach you everything you need to know to properly care for the animals, including how to feed them, how to get water up from the river, and we'd love to have more people volunteering to help with our goats here.
Yes, most definitely. How many hours did we spend over here last year, Jim?
My best guess was 500 volunteer hours on the island last year.
That's awesome.
That's primarily trail clearing, and also because of the way we use the electric fencing for the goats, we have to cut a path through this jungle every time we move the fence, and that could be several days worth of effort just to create a 600-foot perimeter for the goat fencing. So lots of work on the island. It's a good exercise. You get to paddle out to the island, spend a quiet day out here, and we encourage people to contact our office if you want to help out with trail maintenance or taking care of the animals.
Most definitely. We'd love to have as many people come and volunteer and help us out as we can. We also have another hidden gem some people may or may not know about, the main property. Jim, you want to tell us a little bit about that as well?
Well, the main property is called Audubon Acres. It was established in 1944 through a gift of Robert Sparks Walker. It's 130 acres in right off Gun Barrel Road. You can't imagine this oasis is just 10 minutes from the Hamilton Place Mall. It's got a beautiful mile-long stream that goes through it, which you're free to jump in or paddle in or float down. We have many activities there. Right now we have 3 different summer camps going on. We have a forest school during the year, field trips, special events all during the year. And it's just a wonderful place to visit. There's lots to do.
Yes, most definitely. Also, back on the island, we are going to be asking for a little help if you decide to come over and enjoy yourself on the island. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, we are a nonprofit. We receive no government funding from city, state, county, or the federal government. So everything is community funded. We have great donors. We have foundations that support us. We have some funding available through special programs. But we do ask for people who visit to please consider donating $5 a visit. That will help us keep the goats here and healthy. The goats don't take care of themselves. You know, it takes a lot of effort from Christina, her team, and volunteers to take care of the goats. We've got security fencing, we've got solar-powered security cameras out here. All this costs money, and if you could find a way to donate $5 when you make a visit here, or better yet, become a member. We have very reasonable yearly membership rates, and that information is all available on our website.
And what is that website?
ChattanoogaAudubon.org.
Okay. Well, guys, we thank you guys, and thank you, Jim, for coming on with us today. We are very thankful to work with the Chattanooga Audubon Society for now. I've been a part of the Audubon Society for 6 wonderful years.
Yeah.
And we have worked together on many other projects, but this has been the most rewarding project that I've ever done. Just the island's become just a private oasis for myself. It's very special to me. I want to see it grow, but in order to do that, we need the community's support. And so, guys, thanks, Jim, again for being on with us. And you guys follow along. We've got a whole lot more footage. We're going to show you guys how we actually water these guys here in just a moment. So stick around. Thanks, guys. Okay, guys, so I just came out of the enclosure with Bayo, and a lot of folks were concerned about Bayo's ear. Yes, he has a abrasion of the ear due to a predator he was dealing with back on the main property. We are still taking care of that. Healing of wounds takes time, even on humans. So he gets a topical Fungusol ointment every time I'm out here, and if it's something that one of my helpers, volunteers, or someone feels need for more or something else done, they contact me. I come out myself and I check it and make sure that it's took care of, and he is doing great. And he's gotten used to his ear getting darker. He didn't fight me near as bad today. But when I come in, we've heard of white coat syndrome. He has blue glove syndrome. If I go in with them gloves on, he's gone. He don't want me touching him because it is irritating. So we are taking care of it. We're putting the topical ointment on it, and he's doing great. It's getting better. And we thank you guys for the concern. But there again, let us handle the animals. Let us deal with the sores or the feeding and anything like that. Unless you're an authorized volunteer, no contact with the animals, please. Guys, so I'm back over here. I'm about to show you guys how we fill up the water buckets. So hang tight, okay? As you see, we have 2 water buckets, one there and one here. What we will do is we pump with a special filtration system, which I will show you momentarily. We will pump water up through that hose you see running down there to those buckets. We'll fill those buckets up and we'll dump it in. We will leave 2 buckets full at all times for volunteers to replenish, and then they let us know if they've had to add water when they're over here. So hang tight, we're gonna go down to the water. I would like to call attention to the sign here. McCullough Island is under 24-hour video surveillance. You have a phone number listed, the main number being, the main phone number is 423-892-1499. The emergency line is 423-298-8767. So if you guys have something you're concerned about the animals, and feel the need to contact us or let us know something's going on here on this property, please call us and we can address it. If the main line is not getting you anyone to answer, call that emergency line. Please call that and they will be able to assist you, and they will contact me if there's an animal medical emergency. All right, now that I'm down here under the bridge at the water, I'm going to be showing you guys the process of hooking the water pump up to the battery and hooking the hose along with our special filtration system that we have. We run it through this filtration system and we pull the water up through it, and then it goes up to the goats. So the water gets filtered out of the river before the goats get it. So, and bam. So hold it tight. We're going to show you that in just a second. All right, guys, bear with me. I got a call down here. All right, guys. So right here, we have our battery. And then we have our pump. And this here is our filtration system. Filtration system and we stick it out there in the river. Push it out there a good little bit. We attach our hose on one side, coming from our filter. Then we attach our hose side going up to the goats. Great. Once all that's attached, ourselves back over here to our battery. And as you can hear, the pump will run the water up to the top. Now let's go back to the top. I'll catch you up there. And as I said, we have water coming into our bucket. So, sit tight. We're gonna put you guys back up on the tripod. Y'all can watch this. All right, guys. So after I catch my breath, I'm gonna take one of the buckets, I'm gonna dump it in. We're gonna top the waters off so that everybody has plenty to drink. So here we go. We don't need much. We were just here Monday. Pop this guy off. I'm gonna go ahead and fill that last bucket, but about another bucket, maybe a half a bucket will fill that one. Then I'm gonna top these off so that the volunteers, in the event is needed, they can let us know. Once the volunteers dump water in, they let the office know. And we come back out, we bring filtration system, and we pump the water back. So we try to keep everybody, we have a level point and make sure everything stays topped off. And again, if you are a registered volunteer and a registered animal care team member, then you will know where to find all the necessary food, how much they're supposed to have, and once you go through that training program, we explain to you their diet, why it's that way, and so forth. So if you guys want to become a care team member, give the main office a call and leave a message. And if no one's there to talk to you, someone will get back with you. We are looking to have another sign up day for care team members pretty soon. And we would love to have as much love and support as we can get. So let's try to get some more folks involved. And that way things are getting handled the correct way and none of the animals are getting sick because they're getting something they're not used to having. And if someone brings stuff and feeds to these guys and I don't know what it is, I can't tell my vet what's going on or what they've ingested because I don't know. Because I don't know you weren't authorized, things to that nature. So please, I can't express it enough, don't feed the animals out here. Please watch them, enjoy seeing them play on the branches and logs, but leave the feeding to us and our authorized personnel, please. Thanks, guys.
Oh yeah, the back end I'm stuffing down in the hole.